Welcome, Scorpio. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for May the 23rd through to the 29th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, thank you for your energy, your kind, loving, supportive energy that you send my way each and every day. Thank you so, so much. So now let's get to your energy. We start with the Knight of Wands. So this could be very much about looking at our past and what we have done and what we have walked through, the lessons that we have traveled through, and the wisdom that we took away from those lessons, so that we can understand the wisdom, so that we can use it going forward. So it may not be this week, it may not be next week, it may be a month down the road, but it is to, pay close attention to things that, you get reminiscent about, or something snaps you back to the past. It's to take you back to a point in time so that you can review it, hopefully without emotion, but rather to see the wisdom that you took out of that situation and how you grew as a person, raised your self-confidence, raised the belief in yourself, the awareness of something in your life. And usually we get that lesson in a new way to see if we really use the wisdom and how we use the wisdom this time to move forward in a new direction, to take that wisdom forward with us, to remind ourselves of that wisdom. So that probably is going to be a lot of this week. Now, that wisdom is actually going to move you into a brand new creative path, new beginnings, success based on love. So it could be relationships, yes. It could be a passion, a dream, a desire of yours. So something that you've done from the past. I mean, you had a business at one time and it flatlined for whatever reason. Okay, it's to not feel the loss of the business so much as to look back at what you did and what you could have done differently to succeed, and then starting on this new creative path once again. So this could manifest in so many ways in your life, but it has to do with something that you've walked through before, an energy that you have gained the wisdom, that you can see the wisdom, and it moves you towards new creative paths. Also, a balance. Now, maybe it creates a balance in your life that has been missing. Maybe it brings something into balance. Maybe you have to work towards bringing something into balance. Maybe that's what the wisdom was on how to move into a balance in a certain area of your life. It's all crossed over by the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is all about your new day dawning, the new sunrises that you are about to experience. And once again, it's based on your wisdom. Those sunflowers at the very bottom, okay? Those are those seeds that you planted a long time ago and they matured. And this is the wisdom that you took forth from the maturity of that to step into your new day dawning, to step in with a new empowerment, a wisdom. And maybe you've had that empowerment. Chances are you've had that empowerment or what the wisdom this whole time, but now it comes of use. Now it comes into play. Where did that card go? Down there. Now we have the World card as our underlying energy. So this is the end of a cycle for you, and getting ready to move into a new part of your path, an elevated part of your path. So this could be completion. This could be finishing up things. This could be releasing some baggage. This is taking the wisdom of your path and now applying it to new experiences, new ways of doing, new ways of being, new ways of becoming. So it's very much tapping into the wisdom that you've taken away from, and usually we learn in those hard times through frustrations and fears, anxieties, worries, stresses, chaos. That's when we learn. Unfortunately, that's when we learn. And that's what empowers us to go forward. That's what gives us the wisdom to know what we want and we truly don't want in our life, and how to go about it successfully. Excuse me, I've had a tickle for a couple of days now. It will not go away. Um, who else do we have here? We have the, oh, for our overriding energy. That's where we were going. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is talking about you are being drawn towards a certain path. Now, you could be kicking and screaming all the way, or you could be going with the flow. You'll have to look at your own personal path, but you are definitely being drawn into a certain path, a certain way of doing, a certain way of becoming. The next part of your journey. And so we often feel an imbalance. There's fears of the unknown as we move forward. It's really about paying attention to the signs, the clues, the signals that God, your universe, the universe, your angels, your spirit guides actually show you on your path. So pay attention to what comes into play for you. If it's a song that keeps repeating, or you keep seeing the same billboard advertisement everywhere you look, or, pay attention to why that is being given to you, shown to you. Maybe you are to, go and work with books. So, every day as you cross by the library, there's a feather on the ground by the door or something, telling you to go towards maybe writing or being one of those authors in the library, or editing or printing or doing a blog, or, so it could lean in so many ways. So pay attention to where you're being drawn. King of Pentacles, okay? The firm foundation, the solid foundation that you make comes from your new ideas, your new thought patterns. So your crown here is a living vine, a plant, growth, new ideas, brainstorming. And that's going to bring in the well-being. That's going to bring in the security. That's going to bring in the long-term success. As we go into the weekend and into next week, we have the Emperor. So strong, very strong. The Emperor, I love the Emperor because the Emperor doesn't plan on hoping the success is going to be there. He plans on the success being there. There's only victory in his eyes, and he thinks things out methodically and plans it well. Looks to what he needs in order to make that plan a reality, and then goes forth. He doesn't flinch. He goes with the flow. He moves forward. He matches those obstacles with his own plan B and plan C. So it's your strength of creating your world, your path forward. And it's with the King of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So passions, dreams, desires, you really need to change your perspective in some way. Now, the King of Cups is all about, he's the dad in the deck. The stereotypical dad who goes off to work to create a paycheck so he can pay for the food on the table, the roof over the head. And so you are looking at your security, but you are looking at it through a new set of eyes, or what you truly do need, or maybe your situation is changing where you need a new foundation in place, or changing up the foundation, or making it stronger, or you're definitely looking at your security, but you're looking at it in a whole new way. Okay, and I mean, this is a time to go on instinct, gut, intuition. Okay, because you're making the plan on how to truly go successful with the strength, with having that long-term security, in feeling grounded, in bringing in the balance. So powerful towards the weekend for you, but it's all in being open to changing your perceptions. Or maybe your perspective is forced into change. So go with the flow. Whatever happens there, go with the flow. Because it's moving you in the right direction. It's moving you towards long-term security, even if it doesn't feel like it at the present time or recently. Or maybe you can't see it yet, but it's there for you. For love relationships, we have the Nine of Swords. This is worries, fears. Okay, don't get caught up in other people's drama this week when it comes to your relationship and relationships. Don't buy into gossip. If you hear something, then you know what? Talk it out. Don't hold it inside. These are the worries, the fears. This is where jealousy can come in. Or, you text them 3 times and they didn't answer once. And when they answered, it was one word, and you're like, really? And it eats at you. Or normally you could just let it go, it will eat at you. So don't allow it to. For some reason, it's bringing up the little irritating things. It's like having a splinter and just not being able to get that splinter out all the way, And it just starts to turn red and it's itchy and it's irritating. And that's what your thoughts can lead to, especially in the evenings, because we're in bed here, or the early morning hours. So don't allow that kind of thinking, okay? Talk it out. Have the communication. Remember, Mercury's going direct, finally. And so that's all about our communication. So open up wherever the fester has been over the last little while for you. Don't let it eat away at you. Just have a conversation. Don't allow fears to play out. Look fear in the eye and call it. Okay, because so often we can let the little things in life eat away at us where it was just an unconscious gesture to the other person. And we take it so seriously sometimes. And then we grow it into something that it was never meant to be. So don't allow those festers to happen in your life. And I can see that maybe happening this week for you. Or you want to date somebody and now you've heard this vicious rumor and you don't want to get involved in somebody like that. Find out if it's true. Find out if it's factual. Can new love come into your life? I would probably say this would probably be a week where it's not as likely. But we do have our new day dawning and we do have our Empress there. Well, actually, we have the Page of Cups in our health and well-being. So this could be bringing in somebody new to raise our vitality, raise our happiness, raise our joy, raise our belief in ourselves. So very much so. New love can come in. So don't allow the rumors, the drama, don't start rumors, don't buy into gossip. If something is bothering you, if you feel like you were wronged in some way, then just say it out loud instead of making it a big deal. Don't hold anything in this week. Okay, try and have those mutual conversations, and they may be hard, okay, with the Nine of Swords. So plan what you really want to say, what you really want to express, so that you don't get lost and you're all of a sudden, going back 10 years to when it happened the first time and, blowing it all out of proportion to what it was really meant to be. It just save a lot of heartache and have a beautiful experience in love this week. For money, career, finances, job, we have the Two of Pentacles. There's some kind of imbalance when it comes to work, career, or you feel the imbalance, you feel like a certain need isn't being met, or you can't express yourself in some way. So you need to find a path forward with that energy so that you feel complete in what you do. And if you can't find it at work, if you definitely have that job that you were stuck in and it pays the bills and that's where you are right now, then try and find some kind of charity work or something that you can do on the side to fill in that gap, to express your talents, to bring something to the table, because there really needs to be a balance here. Now, you could be pushing it too in work and career and putting too much energy and focus and time into it, and maybe you need to back it off a little bit and put it into personal relationships, because we did have the Nine of Swords here, so there could be work to do there. Clearing up drama so that you have the focus on work again. Because sometimes we go to work to get away from different parts of our life. It's an escape route, and we put our energy in there, and then we're too tired to really have to worry about, we can put that on the back burner the rest of our life and what's going wrong. But you're really not getting a lot accomplished at work because the stress of the rest of your life is undermining your success. So you turn your energy in a different direction so that you can turn it back into the direction you want it to go in. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.